Well, what is up? Good happy day to all of you. xTool finally sent over the third laser replacement since February, and if you're watching in the future, you know, then now this is already July. So in like 4 months, 5 months, somewhere in there, I've had literally 3 lasers, and I'm hoping that I finally get one setup that works. I got a feeling I'm getting a 4th one. I appreciate you guys riding with me. Hope it becomes an awesome video. Grab a snack. I already got my coffee. We are ready to friggin' roll. Okay, let's try to explain all of this. So back in February, xTool sent out this metal cutter fab. What do they call this thing? The xTool Metal Fab CNC cutter. Yeah, so they sent this one out, and you know, we had some troubles with it. More particularly, the laser had some troubles with it. So they sent out a brand new laser and wire feeder. We kind of got that sorted out, not really, sort of. 2 guys from xTool showed up. They kind of patched it together, but at the same time, they admitted all of this is a prototype. And they were like, we're just going to send you a 3rd unit. So, theoretically, this is not a prototype. I say theoretically because I don't know. Some of you guys may recall a TFS video that I did with a handful of influencers did try to fake this stuff, and I called them out on it. I said, you guys are full of shit. And that got xTool's attention. I mean, they're very serious about this. They want to make sure that, you know, it is a good product and everything. I've worked with them, but it has cost me so much money in time. God, I hope this works, because if it doesn't, I'm probably going to take it out to the desert and unleash the deagle on it. I don't know. Or just send it back. But again, hopefully by the end of the day, we'll sort this all out. Let's get it unpacked. Should I be nice and clean out the bottom? Yeah, I'll be nice. These are circle and slot gusset cutouts. Not what you think they are. I gotta put a work shirt on. I usually only wear darker colors, but today I chose something on the lighter side. It was a dumb idea. Pretty sure they sent me one of everything new. I mean, could use some extra slots. I mean, I'm over here. I guess I'll see what they sent me first, and then, you know, because there's probably some extra stuff I could use that they're not gonna send back, or I don't know. At least get the laser out of here. This is kind of hard to do one-handed. Okay, so yeah, all that needs to go back. The number one problem that we have here is, it's kind of a stupid problem, but the system is designed to work. The voltage tolerance is 220 to 240 volts, or at least that's what it says on the tag. The guys from xTool say that they're running theirs on 208, but I live in the middle of the desert, so getting 240 plus volts out of our grid is normal, especially during the summer. Like right now, if I put a multimeter into that socket, I bet you it would be somewhere around like 242, 244 tops. But that triggers the laser. Gets called error code 7, which always pops up and says the voltage is way too high. The only problem is you can't update that. You can't go in there and, like, with firmware and be like bleep bloop bleep, change the tolerance to something else, because it locks out. So if you plug it in and it won't let you in it, you can't update it to fix the problem. That's why it's kind of stupid. So I'm guessing that this next one, this won't be a problem, but if it is, I give up. Okay. I think for right now, we'll just set this over here. Got that all moved around. Somehow forgot to push record. Whatever, can't take it back. I'm not going to get on there and put it all back together so I could take it all apart again. That's just stupid. I'm not that dedicated to YouTube and vlogging. Son of a... Come on! Jesus. Unboxing destructions. Do that, do that, do that, do that, and then do that. Okay. Well, the packaging certainly has changed. Seriously? Yes, it is a true story. Normally I would not care about packaging when it acts like that. But since I have to send this back, or the old one back in this crate, then I can't just destroy it like I want to. I'll just unscrew it. This is ridiculous. One, two. Bent on there. Put them right here. Remember that. It's so hot outside. There's some side panels. I don't need those. I don't need the fan. Well, I do need the fan. Just gonna put it on, switch and whatever. Okay. Holy biscuits, that thing is hot. Well, it looks just like the other one. Or, wait, what is this? Well, this looks new. What is that? That's different. All right, hold on. Let's see if this one even has provision for it. No. There's not even anything drilled here. I'm really curious to see what that is. Maybe the instructions will have something in it. Well, either way, I'll start breaking this one down. And we'll just, I think what I'm going to do is just transfer the panels over to that one, put the drawer in there, whatever. I'll send the new one back. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. And then we'll also see if there's anything different inside of the consumables for that one, just in case there is something new or updated that I don't know about. Because this, obviously there's something slightly different than the last one, so we'll, I guess we'll just have to see what's up. Okay, this has a bunch of little Allen screws for like some angle brackets or whatever, so we're gonna take those off and basically crank this up with a jack handle. Going up. Guess I'll take the old one apart. See what I gotta move over. Most of these screws just strip out, and I've got it on a low setting on the impact. Barely squeeze it, and they're like, nope. This screw head left the chat. You know, I'll share something kind of interesting with you guys while I put this together. It's basically about being on this side of the social media stream. One time after I did the response video about this machine, right? It wasn't a review, it was a response. It was all those other influencers stomping on metal and making an ass out of themselves promoting this machine that they have zero experience with. It's, to me, very insulting to somebody in my position to see that, especially when, you know, that's going to lump me in with that crowd. Like, if you see somebody being stupid and you know that they're stupid about it, you don't want to be a part of that. At least I don't. So I got what I want to call, I guess you could say, some hate mail not too long after I made that video. And it was a guy like just basically chewing me out in an email. Obviously left himself anonymous, but left his email address. But basically told me how ungrateful I am to have a machine like this and say such negative things. And you really got to understand my position, okay? My position is, or my job here is to basically say it like it is, to thoroughly test out, let's say, a machine like this, or share my experience with it and not provide you with a whole bunch of fluff and nonsense and bullshit. I don't do that. I don't want to do that. I've never been that person. Well, I kind of did. I was paid a lot of money to talk about a product, and I regret every minute of that. And I don't work with that company anymore, and I see that other company doing the same thing with other people. You know, eventually they'll figure it all out just the same as I did. But nevertheless, I'm not ungrateful. I'm grateful to be in this position, but you got to understand my job here is to report the facts, basically, be very objective. If you bought a machine from, you know, my influence, if you will, if what I said or did about a machine was disingenuous and you bought that machine anyway, you're gonna feel pretty pissed off if you experienced something completely different than what I said you would experience from it. That's my job, just to be honest. I don't take that position lightly. I take it very serious. If something is terrible, then you gotta let it be known. It's terrible. Again, I'm optimistic. I have hopes for this machine. But, I don't know, we'll see. Well, I was gonna save you from all the panel attachments and stuff, but see how we get this to line up? It doesn't line up with that. So that means that something has changed within these panels, and now I gotta break them out of that box and put them onto this thing. And I was hoping it would just be an easy swap. But I guess they changed enough stuff that now I really gotta go through and look at everything and make sure that, oh yeah, this is different now. Okay, new left and rights. Those are on. I really hoped I could just save some time and not worry about switching the panels out and all that stuff, but looks like I gotta. These things smell like China. You guys know the smell I'm talking about. Buy something from Harbor Freight. I used to think that the smell was cosmoline, but there's no cosmoline on this stuff. It smells exactly like you would expect something imported to smell like. Tell you what, these screw holes makes it look like it's already been assembled. Does that look already assembled to you? Yes, it is entirely possible that they could have pre-assembled it, but I didn't notice this on any other panel. I don't know. It's so hard to say. You know, it's just hard to tell what's real anymore. If it's anything like the last one, it'll be like, oh, scan this QR code and we'll tell you everything about it. So you scan it, it takes you to a blank web page. As of about 2 weeks before recording this, it was still a blank web page. I don't know. All right, you know, it's really hot. It's kind of windy. I am friggin' worn out. And my phone was starting to get warm. Temperature indicator saying, hey, we might not be able to record. So I got the rest of this packed up here. Near as I can tell, everything that, you know, I don't need. Or, you know, going through everything, make sure the differences, checking out all that stuff. So, yeah, looks like we got the new one. Good to go as far as setup goes. We'll finish crating that back up. I'll strap it, band it up tomorrow, and we'll get the laser out and then see what else is new in there. But first, I really need a break. I'm not even sweating right now. I need to get some water. Okay, a couple minutes to cool off, rehydrate. Let's get this friggin' laser unpacked. God, this seat is hot. It's like I feel like I'm kind of an idiot for parking it in the sun, and what do I expect? But yeah, all right. Oh, shut up. Can you tell I'm not in the mood for you? Okay, this tin says it has a cutting tip in it, okay? So the other two that I've received, they never had the cutting tip. And then I explained to them, hey, there's no cutting tip. And they're just like, oh, well, you know, this is the handheld, so you can run it kind of like, you know, just handheld. That's a little redundant. I forgot to mention this earlier, but the nozzles, the ceramic nozzle that they sent out, they used to send out the pink ones, and then a few months back I got instruction that said, do not use the pink ones. And I'm like, okay, what do we use? And they're like, I don't know. So I'm guessing these are the good ones now. There's also supposed to be like a heavy duty nozzle that I have never seen, but I guess maybe that's coming in the future. I don't know, this is starting to look a little bit more promising. That's pretty much all I can say. I'll take these, because I want to read those and figure out what else is new in them. Well, it's still good. Dry rolls I do not need. I don't think they're anything different than the other ones. These are some coupons, practice coupons, samples. That's all right. I've got my own. I'm mostly just recording this so that way I know what all I have. I don't need the stand. I don't need any of the sensing cables. I don't need glasses. I already have plenty of those. So this whole box can go back. I'm an honest man. If I don't need it, I'm not taking it. Oh wait, this has a different style of plug on it. Wait a minute. No way. It looks like... Ah, they put a NEMA 650 on it. Okay. Alright, well, we are keeping that. I'm sure these cables and hoses, those are all the same, I'm pretty sure. I'm taking that NEMA 650 though. The first one I got did not have a plug on it at all. I had to make my own connector back there. That makes me wonder if the air dryer and the compressor that are supposed to come with it, if they're supposed to come with it, I wonder if those are going to be in 110 volt as well, because the compressor was shipped out with a 110 volt plug on the end of it, but it runs on 240 volt. So yeah, I guess maybe I really did get some prototype action on some of this stuff. Okay, so put that over there for now. For the liner and roller, oh, why did I do that? Anyway, I'm just putting all this stuff back in the cabinet of the feeder because it's a lot easier. I think I'll take the new rollers and just leave these ones on. Again, easier. You know, for the third time I've had to do this, I think I'm getting kind of good at it. There's there. And that's everything that's in there. Took the power cable. That's that. Get this banded up tomorrow. Now we're just going to hook everything up to see what does and doesn't work. Or if it's easy to fire this thing up and see what's changed. This last time I had to wait, actually both times I had to wait 2 days. Ooh, Whoa, hold on a minute. I got a feeling I'm getting a fourth one. Oh yeah, that's not good. God damn it. I didn't even notice that. Wonder if I should call them. Well, it's a Sunday, so I guess I'm not going to bother. I didn't even notice that. Look at that. That's dented on top. These panels are separating. This is wavy. This is obviously bent. I don't even know what to do at this point. Is the wire feeder good? No, look. Look at that. This thing had to have tumbled or something. The box, aside from here, it looks like it might have taken a tumble. I don't know. But damn, look at that. They are so not going to be happy about that. That would be my fourth laser and wire feeder. That's not good. Oh, so I guess in one sentence or less, this is a tomorrow problem. I'm pretty frustrated right now. I know it's not xTool's fault that the thing got damaged, but it just puts a giant delay on everything, even more so than before. And it just looks bad altogether. And every time that there's another delay, that's less videos that I can make. Basically less money I can make. More back and forth. It's more everything. It's just exhausting. I've got 7 hours into today, which this didn't take all of 7 hours to do. I had to take a handful of breaks just to, rehydrate and, all that. But the pisser of it is like, so many other things could have gotten done today, but instead I was doing this, and then that's what it turned out to be. Again, that's not xTool's fault that the shit was damaged, but boy, does that ever throw a damper on everything. I don't mean to kill the mood here, guys. I'm really sorry if it seems that way, but yeah, it doesn't always go the way it's supposed to, I guess. And in this case, with an already super stretched out episode, concept, idea, just has to wait even longer.